Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm Lal-ain and welcome to Lal-ain's Diary. I hope you all are fine, well, and doing great in your lives. And today is another episode of Epic Story from Lal-ain's Diary. So today's episode is kind of like really special because we have an amazing guest with us today. You can guess who it is. It is Ubani Vivan today with us. And I already shared the poster with you guys so you can see it which has the information about it that who is Ubani Vivan. So she's a really honorable personality who is joining us today in Lala's Diary. So let's give her a warm welcome. Okay? Hello.
Hi, Lal-ain. It's really a
Hello.
pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for coming in Lala's Diary show. It is such an honor having you in our show. Thank you very, very much for joining.
It's really a pleasure as well.
Okay, so how do I spell your name? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Ubani Vivan. Is that the
Oh,
correct
there's a bit of an error there. So it's Ubani Vivian.
Vivian? Oh,
Yes,
that's unique. Ubani Vivian. Oh,
right.
I get it. Okay, that is great. So let's start off from your introduction. Okay, if you could give us a introduction of yourself so we could get to know you better. Okay.
Oh, it's really a pleasure. So my name is Ubani Vivian. I am Nigerian. I see myself as a passionate educator, childcare professional, a social entrepreneur and advocate of the United Nations SDGs. And the SDGs most important to me are the SDG Goal 4 and 5. They are very close to my heart. When it comes to gender equality, the girl child education, talking about the girls and the women, I'm really passionate about that. And the education on that aspect, it's really incredible. So, providing education to young women, to girls, being a voice as an advocate to the voiceless, it's a really, really great passion for me. So, also, as a mentor, I work with Zahara Dreams Network, which is situated in New York. I also am an ambassador of gender based violence. Okay, so I try as much as possible to be a voice, okay, to lend my voice to the youths, to speak up, to advocate for people, to come to the spotlight, to help people who really need that help. So it is our collective responsibility as young women, as youths, to come out there and to be of great help. So I think that's about me.
Wow, that was a really great introduction of yours. That's really, really great. So, Miss Ubani, you are from Calabar, Nigeria, right? So we don't really have any idea about this place, and it seems a really unique place by its unique name, Calabar. So, would you please tell us something about Calabar?
Oh, sure. I'd love to. Calabar, I would say it's one of the peaceful cities, okay, in Nigeria. Very beautiful, very serene, and we call it one of the beautiful cities because of its vegetation. It has its beautiful tourist places, okay. And the most amazing part of it is that Calabar holds the world's largest, okay, street party, which is the Carnival Calabar. So you could check that out on Google to see what's happening every December in Nigeria. Okay, we hold the largest African street party in Calabar, where we get investors from different countries. We have guests from all around the world to come and witness the culture, the beauty, and everything beautiful about Calabar and Nigeria. We all have great cultures, we have beautiful places, and it's a really great place. So you should visit.
Wow, that is so great. Like, so Calabar is really a peaceful place.
It is.
Wow, that is so amazing. So, also, can you tell me about your childhood and school life? Like, how was it?
My childhood, um, a very, I was a very active young girl as a child. So who is always very inquisitive, always very anxious.
I think your screen is frozen. That's why I can't hear your voice.
I
Your voice
ask
has just
questions.
stopped. Can you tell us it again?
Hi, are you
Yeah,
there?
your voice was cut off in the middle.
Oh, oh,
Is my voice coming clear?
okay. Yes, very clear.
My voice is coming clear to you. Okay.
Oh,
So
all
your
right.
voice had been cut off in the middle, and that's why I didn't understand what you were saying about your childhood and school life. If you could tell us again, you were in the
Okay,
middle.
great. I'll have to start over again. So for me, as a young girl, I was really passionate. I was really ambitious. Okay, I love to help people. I love to teach. As a young girl, I could bring kids from my neighborhood, put them together. Oh, we need to learn something today. I volunteer in church activities. I volunteer in classes to teach younger ones in school. I held leadership positions from primary to the tertiary institution. So this is something I feel I've been gifted with, to lead, to be a leader. Okay, so I was the what's it called, the class representative from primary school, in secondary school, and then the tertiary institution. So these positions are being given to me because there has to be some hard work being seen that okay, you are capable of handling this position. So as a young girl, my background, I actually hail from a humble background, not from the affluent homes where you're born with a silver spoon. No, I wasn't born with a silver spoon. Every step I had to work hard, to get to where I am, to reach out to the top. Okay. I see myself as a very resilient person, very ambitious. Okay. And as a young girl in secondary school, planned, I would say I have planned my life, or I have envisioned what I would like to be. I'm still dreaming, although I haven't gotten there, but all of that, make up my journal. So I'm crossing them out one after the other. I was focused. Okay. Um, when you're growing up as a girl, you get so many distractions from boys, from men. You know, I would say that I remained focused as a young girl in school. I was studying, my books became my best friends. I visited the library, I read a lot. I search for opportunities. I do not sit down to fold my arms to get to where I am today. I kept pushing. Okay. I believe every day, I create a goal. I have a goal. This is what I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to have to reach. Okay. And I urge every young girl out there to have a goal plan. Okay. Have a plan and know who are your network, who are the right path or the right people that could help you achieve it. Because it is a collective responsibility. It is a collective responsibility. Don't think that this journey to stardom, or this journey to success, or this journey to breakthrough is an individual journey. Okay, you need to network with people, you need to have a good relationship. So my childhood was a really good one. It was fun. It had the ups and downs, flying the school buses or the taxis. There wasn't like a regular school bus, growing up. So after school, we just a flight, a taxi or a bus. You jump in, you meet your friends, you're excited, you pay, you drop, and most times it's usually a long walk home. And then, funny enough, when I get to eight, my fare, I have to take a long walk. so, so the things we do as kids, they are quite interesting, and took the bushy path, the narrow path, the good path, had friends, had good relationships, and we kept pushing. So for me, it wasn't that an easy one. So for my family, I grew up learning how to bake because my mom is a baker. Okay, so that actually enlightened me more, sparked the spirit of entrepreneurship in me, because I was seen as a business girl. I'm a good marketer. I could convince people. I could tell them, "Oh, this product is nice, and if you really use it, call me back. If it doesn't work, then then you have to reach out, for a refund." So I was really good at that, convincing people. I spoke publicly, and people get amazed at how outspoken I am, and how I could, put my words and my statements together to make sense. I was really smart as a young girl, so people liked me. I had really good support from my family and from my friends. I had siblings too. We are three and all girls. So you see why I advocate for gender equality for all girls. So so we need to change the narrative as girls. You really need to change the narrative. Okay? We have to shatter the glass ceilings. We must get to the top. We need to hold leadership positions. We need to set a path, create a roadmap for the younger girls who are coming along. Okay, the privileges that we have at this time was given to us by our past mothers. Okay, the past heroes, the women, who attended the Beijing conference. Okay, they have set the path for us, and at this time we shouldn't disappoint them. So I'm on it. I have to be a voice, and growing up was fun actually. So very, very fun.
Wow, that is really great. You have an awesome childhood and school life story. That was really great. I really enjoy listening to your stories. It was half funny, half interesting, and the rest of it was really amazing. You have really great stories. That's why you are making this episode a really epic story episode. That is really great. Okay, so
Right.
you are also a founder and CEO too, right?
Right.
So can you tell me about, yeah, you're a founder and CEO. So can you tell me about an accomplishment that shaped your career?
Okay. First, I'm gonna
Please
have to
share.
tell you something really funny. Um, for the past, I would say, past couple of months, I usually don't see myself as a founder until I got an advice, or more like a chit chat with a friend, and then he said, "No, you just have to own it. You are the CEO. You founded this. You are doing this. I really don't want to be on the spotlight as a founder because I feel that that's a really huge role to play as a founder. Being a founder, you have a huge responsibility, and people are looking up to you, and you're out there. Okay. So, when I started a nonprofit education sustainability volunteers organization, I I call myself the national coordinator. Reasons best known to me because I just want to like leave it that way. So to coordinate to make sure everything is going all right and going well. And then the past month after the conversation, my friend said, "No, you need to update that. You are the CEO of ESV, so you should own it." Okay. Then I had to think about it. Then updated my profile. Oh, here I am, the managing director. Here I am, the founder. But the title is not what matters. What matters is the work you put out there. Okay, the lives you've been able to impact. Okay, the people you've been able to change their lives. The young women, the youth you've been able to inspire, to mentor, to educate. Okay, to advocate for. So that's the title isn't what's you know what it's not really the attractive part. But what we do in ESV, we provide mentorship opportunities, we provide learning resources, we provide volunteer teaching services through volunteers. So education sustainability volunteer is an organization, okay, a youth-led community organization that seeks to provide the people, all children, an opportunity to get equal access to quality education, okay, through the services of volunteers. Okay, so we have, due to the pandemic, we haven't really had the opportunity to begin our 6 weeks volunteer program. All right, so hopefully that will kick off soon. So we've had to train teachers virtually. We've also had to equip the youths with the necessary virtual skill they need. Okay, through our program, and in September we had the first cohort of mentorship session. Okay, for young people. So we believe that providing the youth with the right mentorship will help them plunge further to help them achieve their goals. So this is what we basically do. And to achieve that goal, um, we have volunteers on board who come together to make that happen. So we'll keep working. We still have a lot of work ahead of us. And hopefully, we should be able to reach out and touch more lives.
Well, that explains everything. Okay. And so, which thing do you think is most important as a passionate educator?
What is most important as a passionate educator? It's to erase ignorance from the youth, okay? Enlighten them through awareness. Education is a very powerful weapon, okay? Which we can use to change the world, according to Nelson Mandela. A lot of things going on in our society, some persons aren't aware, a lot of persons aren't enlightened, okay? So, through education and through awareness campaigns, those persons could avoid troubles, could stay away from violence, from crisis, from all sort of crisis going on because of the power of education, the power of a voice. All right. So I see myself sometimes if I hadn't gotten the knowledge I had now, right? Or if I hadn't seen the walls of the classroom, I think I would have been out there on the street, you know, hulking or doing one or two things, okay? Or perhaps gotten engaged into an early child marriage. Any of those things could happen because this is one of the challenges every girl child faces. If you're not in school, you could be in a home raising a child. You could be married off. You could be out there on the streets hawking or doing one or two businesses. And in the end, you could get abused or molested, or one thing or the other could happen. So, having people aware, getting them aware of the things going on, providing them with a pen, a pencil, a book, a knowledge, and we also create advocacy campaigns. Okay, we've had the opportunity to go to create an awareness on this is a Pink October Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we have been able to engage on that. We have also been able to engage on menstrual hygiene project to educate young girls on how they should dispose and maintain good health and hygiene during menstruation. So all these things is what education entails. We just have to continue to speak. We just have to continue to advocate. We just have to continue to create awareness in the classroom and outside of the classroom, at the town hall meetings, in public, wherever we find ourselves. All right. So some victims, not that they are aware and they enjoy plunging in or engaging in such activities. All right. A lot of them are not aware. They have no knowledge of what's going on or the side effects or the consequences. Do you know that some persons do not even have an idea of what the Constitution is all about or when they have breached the law of a country because they couldn't read nor write? Some have signed some contract agreements they have been asked to sign without reading. But if they're able to read and to write, they should be able to know what to sign and what not to sign. This is the power of education. So, education plays a huge role. Education goes a long way into shaping our world, into making us a complete you, into helping us stay away from crisis, from violence, from all sorts of destruction and insecurities going on in our world. So education has to be a background. If it's not being taken care of, if people are not educated, we will continue to have more insecurity issues. We'll continue to have more crises and wars and crimes in our society. So that's it basically.
That is an amazing answer of yours that was so in explain words. I fully understand it more amazingly. Okay, so also I read that you are a change maker, right? A change maker. Like simply, when I first read it, change maker, the first thought that came in my mind was that spreading peace and changing the world, right? So if you could
All
explain
right.
what type of change maker are you really?
First of all, if you are not following me on my social media handles, you're probably not getting influenced or learning something from me. So, as a change maker, wherever I find myself, I ensure there is a difference. Yeah, that's what makes me a change maker. Okay, so right now, as a campus director for Hall Price Foundation, I am a change maker. I am coordinating the program. I am making sure that we have innovative startups, from youths who are going to be global change makers. We have intellectual youths. We have youths who are really passionate about making a difference. We have youth who are embodied with so much ideas but haven't gotten a platform, to utilize that. So Hall Price Foundation, provides them with that platform. And as a campus director, I am raising change makers like myself. I am educating change makers like myself. I'm providing a platform for them to thrive. Okay. And in my small community, I've held leadership positions. So, and on my timeline, all the contents that I have there, you should read from the past. The past couple of months, I haven't really been active. I'm really taking a break from social media, which is what the mind needs at this time. So if you're my friend, I hope I have influenced you in one way or the other, which is something I really wish for myself. I want people who are around me to get influenced to push further. Okay, don't when you see me, just believe that you can dream. When you read my story, when you listen to me speak, just know that your dreams are valid. Okay, don't believe that people just erupt from nowhere to become who they are or to achieve what they have achieved in a short while. It takes process, it takes hard work. You have to read, you have to be open minded to learn, you have to be open to self development, you have to be open to professional development. Okay, so to every young girl, there is no rush in getting there at the top. Follow the process. Okay, that's my huge advice as a change maker. And for everyone listening to me at this time, I hope you're getting value because I am still making that change as I'm talking to you right now. So it is important to make sure that everyone around you, see you and get inspired. Listen to you speak and get motivated. That's how you change people. Okay? Let your speech, let your voice give others a room to dream. Let your lifestyle give others, motivate them to lead. Let your leadership be an exemplary one. Let all that you speak be one that inspires people to become the best of themselves. Okay? So let's keep doing that. We all are change makers. If in one way we have impacted life, just believe that you're a change maker. It's not a big deal. It's around us in our community. We'll continue to make a difference. That's what we have to fight for.
Yeah, now I totally understand why that was written as change maker. Yeah, you really are making a change. That is really an awesome job. You're doing a great job. So that
Awesome.
is amazing. And what are some of yours long term goals?
Oh, my long term goals. I have a lot, really. I have a lot. But I have to speak on one that I'm most passionate about. Okay, which
Sure.
is education. I'm looking at having a school that is going to be inclusive, and provide young people, young children, boys and girls an opportunity, to become global citizen. It shouldn't end in the classroom. As a young girl and as a student, I was in a mainstream classroom, and then all we learned was how to be good in our career. There is nothing like learning soft skills. There is nothing like learning to develop yourself outside of the classroom. The question is, when you graduate from the four walls of the classroom, what is next? What is next? Do you have a job on your palm when you graduate? Do you have the knowledge on how to assess job opportunities before your graduation? Can you update your resume profile? How well can you prepare yourself if you really want to meet up with other young people around the world? These things were not taught in our schools. The focus was write your thesis, write your exams, and then graduate and get your certificate, you're out. So, beyond that, our youth need both the soft and the hard skills. There in the labor market is very difficult. Things are hard. Every year we get to see graduates going out of the streets. Like, the question is, what does the street have for them? Have you prepared yourself for the streets? Have you prepared yourself to access global opportunities? This is a really big question. So for me, having an institution that is going to address all of those skills and still set them, ahead of competing with other young people around the world. That is one of my goals. And the rest, I'll have to keep them secrets. All right.
Okay, that was really great. Your answers are really amazing and unique in an interesting way. That is really great. So you are also a innovator, right?
Right.
Innovator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yes. So first, can you tell me that how do you define innovation?
Okay. Innovation to me, I really don't have to start looking for a tool or an equipment to fix it together so I could, create or build something. My innovative skill is here. Okay. To be an innovator, it has to start from here. Okay. Right. Do you know that your knowledge is worth over $1 billion? Do you know that? So there are things in your head that others do not have. Your knowledge, according to Miss Veralyn, a friend of mine, your knowledge is a drug that people need to heal, right? So, as an innovator, you're constantly thinking, okay? Which is what process that's called is ideation. In business, ideation is the first step in business. You have to come up with an idea. And as an innovator who has got all of those ideas bottled up, then putting it into actions or to actualize that, you have to be very creative. That's what makes you an innovator. You create that out. All right. I'm going to be sharing a story how my nonprofit began. It all
Okay,
started
that's
up
listening.
while it all started up while I was at home. We had a really long strike from school. And being home, I'm a young girl who is always hands on learning. I really can't sit quiet. And I feel that that's a problem for me. But if I'm not reading, if I'm not studying, if I'm not putting my hands into doing something or adding value to myself, I'm simply not useful. That's how I see myself. Then I thought to myself, we all have been kicked out of school, okay, due to one reason or the other, some complexities that haven't been handled. We encounter that, I would say, on a yearly basis in Nigeria. So sometimes you just go on strike, you stay for 3 months, you stay for 6 months. Students are out of school, they're getting bored, parents are really getting exhausted. You spend 6 years on a program of 4 years. That's really exhausting. It's depressing for anyone, for every student. Okay. So at that point, I said, at that point, I had a thought, what can I do? How can I be of help? Okay. Then the idea came, I have to educate people, especially those in the rural community who do not have access to learning, who are not privileged to learn. And how can I achieve that? Remember, education is the first idea. Reaching out to them brings in the innovative processes, getting people who are the human resources, getting funds or capital, getting a location, all of these are processes to actualizing it. That's what makes me an innovator. I think, you know, I have ideas that I know that if I work towards them or actualizing them, it's going to be huge. Okay. But that's what makes me an innovator, basically. That's what makes me an innovative, an innovator, basically. So being an innovator, you have to think outside the box. You have to be very creative at thinking. Okay, don't be locked in here. Go beyond that, so other people can see how uniquely different that idea is. So I guess that's it.
Wow, that was an explained answer. Now I really know how did you define innovation. That was really amazing. Okay, so let's move on to some kind of interesting questions. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
so if first you can
Right.
tell me that, do you like to read books?
I enjoy reading books. I mean, both soft copy and the hard copy. Who? How would I get all the knowledge that I have if I wasn't reading?
No,
So
I wasn't talking about audiobooks or reading books online. I was talking about paper books.
definitely hard copies.
Yes. Okay. If that's how hard copy, then yeah. So you like hard copy book reading. Okay?
Hmm. Yeah.
Wow, that is great. I also love book reading a lot. So if I
Awesome.
ask you to recommend me a good book, which book would you like to
Hmm.
recommend and why?
Um, I would say one of my favorites. Okay. I have a mini business, really, baking. So because of my love for baking, I started off the business as a small startup. Okay, that has to do with confectionaries, baking, cakes, small chops, and the rest. So the book I'm gonna have to recommend is Caught Between a Dream and a Job. Caught Between a Dream and a Job. You should check that out. So, if you're really having a challenge or have been asking yourself why, so many whys about why your dreams are clashing with your desired job or why you're not getting the job of your dream, read the book. So, I suggest that will help you to know how to plan yourself or know what you want because self discovery is very important. Some young girls do not know what they want. I'm really impressed that you find joy writing, learning from people through your platform. But have you thought about other young girls on the streets who haven't really um, developed such an idea, about going virtual or about teaching people or about accessing global opportunities? Don't you think that they would like to be a part of it? But they haven't gotten the knowledge. They haven't really defined what they want. Some are stuck. Some are just in the middle of nowhere at the moment. So they need some directions and some mentorship as well.
Okay. So I've got interesting questions, and I thought them to make the conversation sound even more interesting. So, I've got some hilarious riddles for you. I want to ask it. Can I ask?
Okay. All right, I'll try. I'll give my shot.
Okay, then let's see how many riddles would you be able to answer. Okay,
Okay.
so if you have a ball with six apples and you take away four, then how many apples do you have?
If you have a ball with six apples and you took away four, right? Okay, can you ask that again?
Okay, I can repeat the riddle again.
Okay.
If you have a ball with six apples and you take away four,
Okay.
how many apples do you have?
Hmm. Sounds really interesting.
Okay,
Um, that is really logical. So, but the mathematical aspect of that, doing the subtraction and the rest, is gonna come into play. But um, hmm, bowl six apples, take away four, and then you have hmm.
if you can't guess it, it's okay to give up.
No, we don't give up. We don't quit. um, that will be two bowls, right? Two
No,
apples in a bowl, right?
so your answer is two apples. Now,
Six, six apples, take away four, right?
you are giving a
Okay.
correct answer. You are really giving a correct answer. But let me
uh,
repeat the riddle again. Okay? So I've asked that if you have a bowl with six apples and you take away four, then you have four apples that you took away.
mhm.
Still can't understand it?
I'll say two bowls, six bowls with six apples, and then you have two bowls left. Hmm.
It's okay, we can skip this. Okay.
All right.
Okay. The second one is that where is
Mm-hmm.
an ocean with no water?
Okay. An ocean with no water. It's basically a dry land, if you ask me.
No. On a map. On a map there is ocean with
Oh,
water. Okay,
okay.
now
An
get it?
ocean.
With no water.
Hmm.
Okay, maybe I've
Does it
asked.
have to? Does it have to deal with the continents? Is it related to the continents or a
No,
country?
any ocean that has drawn on the map is
Mm-hmm.
without the water. You still
That's
don't get it?
strange. I get that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what would the answer be?
The answer, I already told the answer. The ocean on the map, which is
Oh,
water.
oh,
Yes.
that's tricky.
Oh, I think so. Okay, last one.
All
Yeah,
right.
so the last one is that try answering this. So, okay, my phone fell into the cup of coffee. Okay, my phone fell
Mm-hmm.
into the cup of coffee, but the phone was
Okay.
fine. It didn't got wet. How is this possible?
Your phone fell into a cup of coffee and
And
it
didn't
didn't
got
get
wet.
wet.
It is fine. How is this possible?
Hmm. Hmm. Logical. Then Hmm.
You have to
You
be
answer
quick.
that.
Yeah. Give up?
So what's the correct answer right now?
The correct answer is it was
Uh-huh.
not coffee. It was coffee powder.
Oh my goodness. There was no way I was gonna get that. What do you mean by coffee butter?
Okay, I know you may have not get that joke, but
uh,
these questions are super tricky, and that is why it takes a lot of time to get
right.
your creative and make like these riddles.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so in the end, if you like to, thank you very much. So in the end, if you'd like to spread a message or give a message to our viewers or audience, viewers are also watching us, so you
Oh,
can give any kind of message you want.
okay, dear viewers, thank you for joining us on this discussion. And it's really a tough time for everyone of us here in Nigeria. And coming to speak here, I had pre-scheduled this appointment, okay, because our heart bleeds in Nigeria. We are facing a really big we are facing really very big difficult time right now. So for the viewers for spending time with us, thank you so much. Please pray for Nigeria. Please support us. And you could see we are mourning at this time. So reach out to your Nigerian friends, your families, or you can reach out to me to say, oh, we support you, we love you, we celebrate you, we sympathize with you, and that will mean so much. So every one of us, sharing it on your timeline or your or your tweet or your comments or your likes, please, that's going to go a long way to consoling us. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you got value, and I hope this conversation did actually change your mind. And please continue to impact just as I have impacted on you with the little knowledge I've had and my little experiences over the years. Thank you so, so much. You can be who you want to be, okay? Do not give up. Never give up. There is no limit to what you can achieve. If I could be where I am, your background doesn't matter. Where you come from doesn't matter. Your country, your race, your tribe, none of that matter. Just keep pushing. Relate with the right networks. Put yourself there, okay? Be open to learning. Volunteer with organizations, and you will all succeed and be impact makers. Thank you so much for having me, Lal-ain, and thank you for the incredible work you do on your platform. I really had a great time chatting with you all, and just it's I'm filled with so much excitement, Lalaine, at what you do. So keep doing that, and we hope we keep inspiring you to dream bigger, to become the best of yourselves. Thank you. Still Ubani Vivian, passionate educator from Nigeria.
Your message is really good, and I hope that everyone is listening your message right now. So thank you very much for joining. I also enjoyed a lot talking with you, and I also hope that you enjoyed too. Thank you again very much for joining. It was such an honor having you in our show. Thank you very, very much for joining, and I hope that you join again.
I
Bye.
look forward to that. Bye.
So, thank you everyone for watching and commenting on this video. Thank you very much for watching. Today's show was really amazing, and I hope that you all enjoyed too. So, don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video. We'll meet you in the next session, inshallah. Until then, keep watching Lal-ain's Diary. Allah Hafiz.